Every city has a problem. Some freak who thinks he's a hero. Luckily, there ain't a problem in the world that can't be solved with a little bit of money. Tonight, we all win. One of you walks away with $50 million. And the rest, well, we get rid of the Batman.
Batman Arkham Origins was released a few weeks back to an anxious crowd. The third game in the series, this is the first of the three to not be developed by Rocksteady Studios, with Warner Brothers using their own games development team in Montreal. Arkham Origins is a prequel game, set 5 years prior to the events of Arkham Asylum. Batman has only just begun to make a name for himself as a vigilante and crusader, but 2 years is still enough time to get noticed, and crime boss Black Mask wants the Bat taken care of before he can further his control over Gotham City. It's Christmas Eve, and the Black Mask has executed Commissioner Loeb and freed his own men with the aid of Killer Croc. Batman arrives to learn that a price of $50 million has been placed on his head, and the city is flooding with assassins, hitmen and thugs, all looking to take him down. Among them are some of the world's deadliest killers for hire. Killer Croc, Copperhead, Bane, Deathstroke, Shiva, Firefly, Deadshot and Electrocutioner, each with their eyes on the prize and their own skills and abilities to prove a deadly challenge. If Batman falls, then Black Mask will have no one to stop him and the city will fall under his total control. From the start, Origins feels just the same as its predecessors, with developers changing little to nothing in terms of the basic controls. If you have played any or all of the previous games, then you'll be able to sit comfortably, as Origins handles similarly to Silent Man City. Your usual array of equipment is also available, from the hook to batarangs, smoke pellets and the remote detonator and cryptographer, all of which you will need to employ in order to survive Gotham and the dangers that lurk in the shadows. Stringing together large combos does feel a lot smoother this time round, a trick that helped you control fights in the previous games and increase your damage. However, this is made somewhat redundant later on when Batman equips electric gloves that help take out enemies with ease, pulling some of the challenge out of larger fights. The newest and probably best feature in the games is the forensic mode Crime Reconstruction. The game places a lot of focus on using Batman's detective skills, and crime reconstruction is pretty nifty, allowing you to analyse recent crime scenes, viewing them and discerning details like trajectory and speed of shots, rewinding and pausing the moment of death, and finding new leads. With very little added to the game in terms of gameplay, you really are playing this game for the story, and it just doesn't have the same punch that Asylum or City had. Don't get me wrong, it's interesting, and it's a great chance to see a novice Batman develop his skills and relationships with allies and enemies. Thankfully, there is more to do in the game than follow the linear narrative. There's a wealth of side missions and cases to sink your teeth into, and the game doesn't hold back. For those of you eager to test your mental acuity, Edward Enigma returns to test you, but if you fancy solving other crimes or taking down street fights and gangs, then there is no shortage of those either. The appearance of arch-nemesis the Joker is interesting, but it might have been nice to save him for a follow-up instead of tossing him into the story to mix things up. Arkham Origins pales slightly in comparison to the previous games. It's not bad, it's enjoyable, just don't expect to be blown away. It's nice to own if you're a fan, but you may feel slightly let down by it. New blood to the series should start with this one and then follow up with Arkham Asylum.
But you're not the only assassin in town. And the night is young.
Help me.